Hello and welcome to Box Office Receipts. I'm your host Tyler Callahan, and we got a lot of news. In this episode, the summer rolls on. We got news from San Diego Comic-Con, especially from the Marvel side. We also have the latest box office numbers with a surprisingly strong opening for Twisters. New movies and developments. We got streaming updates and more. So, as always, let's start off with the domestic top 5. So opening in first place was Twisters with $80.5 million. In second place was Despicable Me 4 with another $23.8 million for a total of $259.5 million. Third place was Inside Out 2 with $12.8 million for a total of $596.3 million. And fourth place was Long Legs with $11.7 million. And in fifth place was A Quiet Place Day 1 with $6.1 million for a total of $127.6 million. Universal and Warner Brothers got a big win here with Twisters, as it opened above expectations, and a large part of that is due to the Middle America showing up. They have clearly taken a liking to the film being set in Oklahoma, and one of the biggest markets for the movie's opening weekend was Oklahoma City. That, along with good reviews and an A- cinema score, it should have a great run at the box office. Not sure how the two studios will be splitting up the box office revenue, but domestically, this is going to be one of the success stories of the summer. In China, Successor stayed in first place with its official opening weekend with $86.9 million for a total of $213.8 million. So yeah, it immediately has become one of the hits of the summer over there. In second place was A Place Called Silence with another $16 million for a total of $153 million. Third place was the re-release of Your Name with $11.2 million for a cumulative total of $90.5 million. Great film, by the way. Definitely worth a watch. In fourth place was Despicable Me 4 with $7 million for a total of $31.9 million. And in fifth place was a new animated film called Pleasant Goat and Big Bad Wolf: The World Guardians with $4.4 million. And with previews, has a total of $5.1 million. Now, taking a look at the international numbers, Twisters earned $27.1 million for a worldwide total of $123.2 million. So yeah, it looks like this run will be more of the rare ones that is carried on the domestic side rather than the international. Despicable Me 4 earned $52 million for a worldwide total of $574.4 million. Inside Out 2 made another $34.2 million for a worldwide total of $1.443 billion. Just needs $11 more million to pass Frozen 2 to become the highest animated movie of all time, though that depends on if you count the Lion King remake as an animated film. If you do, then it needs to pass $1.65 billion, which actually might happen by the end of summer. Fly Me to the Moon made $3.8 million for a total of $30.7 million worldwide. This really has become a bomb. A Quiet Place Day 1 is at $241.4 million, and Bad Boys Ride or Die is now at $388 million worldwide. As for the news in Hollywood, San Diego Comic-Con just happened, and with that we got a lot of announcements from there. Those will be split up from the film side and the streaming side, so any streaming news from there will be in the VOD premium section to keep it a little organized. Let's start with Marvel Studios, where they announced the new title of the Fantastic Four film, now called The Fantastic Four First Steps. It was also announced that the team will also star in the next 2 Avenger films as well. Speaking of the upcoming Avenger films, that is where the biggest news came from. First off, it was confirmed that Joe and Anthony Russo are indeed coming back to direct both films, and with that we have a title change for the next one, previously called The Kang Dynasty. It is now called Avengers Doomsday. The second one for now is still being called Secret Wars. This means now the next film will focus on the Fantastic Four villain Victor Von Doom, and who is playing the role? Well, none other than Robert Downey Jr., who shocked attendees as he showed up with a group of Doom cosplayers and then took off his mask. So yeah, that was shocking to say the least, and personally, I am interested in how it goes. I think we all knew Downey would be back at some point to the MCU. Personally, I'm happy it's not as Iron Man, instead playing a new role. Now, a concern I have is how do they wrap up Kang and then move over to focusing on Doom all in one movie? I was kind of looking forward to Kang having this big Thanos-level threat movie, and I'm a bit concerned that they're just going to brush it off and move on. Other than that, I am looking forward to the new films. Also announced at Comic-Con was that Mark Hamill will be joining the upcoming SpongeBob SquarePants movie, The Search for SquarePants. He'll be voicing the Flying Dutchman, and the movie comes out in 2025. In other casting updates outside of Comic-Con, Deadline broke the news that Digimon Hanzo is joining an untitled thriller film at Sony. Not much else is known right now, but the film also stars Phoebe Denver with Tommy Orkola writing and directing. They also broke the news that Robert Pattinson is in talks to join the thriller Die My Love. The film currently stars Jennifer Lawrence with Lynn Ramsey set to direct. And they also reported that Brendan Fraser is joining the D-Day movie Pressure over at Studio Canal in working title. He will play Dwight D. Eisenhower, and the movie also stars Andrew Scott. Sharon Stone is set to join Nobody 2, starring Bob Odenkirk. The movie is set to come out August 15th, 2025. Besides casting updates, we have a director's update, with Deadline reporting that Warner Brothers is in talks with Stephen Capel Jr. to direct I Am Legend 2. He recently directed Transformers Rise of the Beast, which came out last year. Paul Feig is set to direct a film for Blumhouse that is based on a New York Magazine article about a deceitful roommate who turns out to be a serial squatter and murderer. The article was covered in a Netflix docuseries called Worst Roommate Ever. It looks like this has been a long time coming, as I did some looking, and it turns out Blumhouse bought the rights to make a film based on the article back in 2018. So it's been a while. In France, Tom Cruise was inducted as a Knight of Arts and Letters by France's cultural minister, Rachida Dati. The award is a high honor that, in the past, has been awarded to Clint Eastwood and Martin Scorsese, among others. Amazon MGM Studios announced that they are reviving the United Artists label, and to do so, they have signed on Scott Stuber and his production company. He previously led films at Netflix, and we've been wondering what he's going to do next. Well, this is at least part of it. Here is a quote from the statement they released. Quote, "Today, Amazon MGM Studios announced a wide-ranging multi-year film partnership with Scott Stuber to finance and release movies from his new production company and to relaunch the historic United Artists label. The agreement calls for Stuber and his soon-to-be-launched company to produce several films per year under the storied United Artists label for release both theatrically and via Prime Video." End quote. So the thing that stands out to me is why? I think possibly that Amazon is looking to have their prestige label for films, and bringing back United Artists is the way to go. I guess a comparison would be they want their version of Searchlight that Disney has. I'm curious how this is going to work out. Focus Features is re-releasing Shaun of the Dead in celebration of its 20th anniversary. The film, directed by Edgar Wright, will play in Dolby Cinema at AMC theaters for a limited time, starting August 29. As for movie theaters in Los Angeles, both the Fox Village Theater and Bruin Theater will be shutting down this week. The Fox Village Theater was sold off earlier this year and will undergo renovations before reopening. As for the Bruin Theater, Variety reports that it is not up for sale yet, so for now it is unknown if it will ever reopen. We got an update on Black Bag, as we now know when it will be coming out. The spy drama, directed by Steven Soderbergh and starring Cate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender, will hit theaters on March 14th, 2025. In exclusive from Deadline, they report that A24 has gotten the domestic rights to the thriller film Famous. The upcoming film stars Zac Efron in dual roles, both as the famous celebrity as well as the crazy fan. Jody Hill is set to direct. Deadline also broke the news on Apple Original Films buying, well, a new film. They bought the Corsair Code. This will be a sci-fi mystery adventure based on a short story written by Jonathan Troper and will star Chris Hemsworth. Hemsworth will produce with Ben Grayson, and Troper will write the screenplay. Sadly, there were a few deaths this week. In Atlanta, Georgia, a crew member committed suicide at Thrillith Studios. She was currently working on the set for Superman. It happened overnight when filming was not occurring, and director James Gunn said that counselors would be available if needed. Joey Tafaro has died at the age of 58. He was a producer on films including Maggie and Kidnap. He was also a co-founder of Gold Star Films. And Leo Chalokian has died at the age of 97. He was a multi-Emmy Award winner for sound design and was also a former chair of the Television Academy. Thoughts and prayers go out to their families during this time. For trailers, Warner Brothers released a new one for Joker Folie à Deux, and it was also confirmed it will have its premiere at the Venice Film Festival in September. It is set to come out October 4th. Searchlight Pictures released a teaser trailer for A Complete Unknown. This is the Bob Dylan biopic directed by James Mangold. It stars Timothée Chalamet in the lead role, with Edward Norton, Ellie Fanning, and Monica Barbaro also starring in it. As for a release, it'll be out in theaters, at least in the US, in December, so it looks like it will be going for an awards run. Paramount released a new trailer for Transformers 1. The animated film comes out September 20th. We also got a trailer for Terrifier 3, with the slasher Art the Clown coming back to theaters on October 11th. For VOD Premium, let's start out quickly with AMC. They have renewed The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon for a third season, and it looks like there will be a change of scenery, as production for it will be set in Spain and not in France. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, AMC released a teaser of the upcoming second season of the other Walking Dead spin-off Dead City, starring Negan and Maggie. For Peacock, a trailer was released for the upcoming limited series Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. We've talked about it before with the casting announcements, and it's a stacked cast, including Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson, Don Cheadle, Taraji P. Henson, and Terrence Howard. The series premieres on September 5th. A trailer was also released for another upcoming series called The Day of the Jackal. The thriller comes from both Peacock and Sky and stars Eddie Redmayne as an elusive assassin and Lashana Lynch as a British intelligence officer trying to track him down. It's an adaptation of a novel of the same name written by Frederick Forsyth. In the US, it'll be premiering on Peacock on November 14th, and in the UK, it'll be premiering on Sky on November 7th. The latest films to head to the streamer are The Bike Riders, which will be available to stream starting August 9th, and The Fall Guy Extended Edition, which will be available starting August 30th. The Extended Edition includes an extra 20 minutes. And in Comcast's quarterly earnings, they announced that Peacock lost subscribers, going from 33.5 to 33 million, so a 500,000 drop. Also previously for the Q1 earnings, when the company announced 34 million, they now confirmed to Variety that they are rounding up from 33.5 million. Okay. Overall, Peacock lost $348 million for the quarter, which is an improvement, as this time last year it lost Comcast $651 million. So it's still losing a lot of money, it's just losing less money. Now, this is for the quarter ending in June. It's expected that Peacock will get a boost in subscribers thanks to being the home of the Olympic coverage and the latest price hike kicking in. So the Q3 numbers should be a lot better. For Paramount Plus, or more specifically Showtime, Deadline broke the news that Catherine Watterson is the latest to join the upcoming spy series, The Agency. It was also reported that it is already in production, so who knows? We might see this premiere toward the end of the year. And at Comic-Con, they announced a new Dexter series. While they were there to promote the upcoming prequel Dexter Original Sin, it was announced that a new sequel series is in development called Dexter Resurrection. It'll be a sequel to Dexter New Blood, with Michael C. Hall set to come back to reprise his role, and is set to come out next summer. Can't say I'm surprised. We finally got the details on the new upcoming Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max bundle. It will launch on July 25th in the US, and both new and existing customers can sign up for it. As for cost, the ad-supported bundle will cost $16.99, and the ad-free version will be $29.99 per month. One small catch I noticed is for the ad-free bundle that included Max ad-free and not Max Ultimate, so for Max at least, there is no 4K streaming in this bundle, just as a heads up. It's something definitely to keep in mind if you are looking to sign up. Besides that though, these are some good prices. As for Hulu, FX released a trailer for the last season of What We Do in the Shadows, which will premiere on October 21st. It'll be on Hulu domestically and on Disney Plus internationally. We also got word on when Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will be available to stream. It'll premiere on Hulu on August 2nd. Major League Baseball has launched MLB Network as a standalone streaming service. Up until now, it has been a channel that you needed to have either cable or one of the live TV streaming packages. The service will cost $5.99 per month, and they are also selling a bundle of the service plus At-Bat for $6.99. At-Bat includes game audio for all MLB teams, so you can at least listen to all the matches. Also, as of now, there will be no changes to the channel version, so it is not being removed and being replaced with this. The streaming service is just another option. Apple TV Plus was busy this week, releasing a few trailers. First, we got one for the upcoming comedy series Bad Monkey, starring Vince Vaughn, coming from Bill Lawrence and based on a book written by Carl Hassan. The series premieres on August 14th. Pachinko is coming back with its second season, as the streamer released the first trailer for it, and it will be coming back soon, with it premiering on August 23rd. And in an update on Silo, it was announced at Comic-Con that the second season will premiere on November 15th. Taking a look at the UK, we got a report from Kantar on the streaming environment in Q2. Overall, there was a drop of 300,000 subscribers across services, with now 19.5 million households having at least one streaming service. And it comes to no surprise that Baby Reindeer from Netflix was the most watched show during the quarter. As for which streamer came in first in regards to new signups, that would be Disney+. While no exact numbers were given for new signups, it was Disney Plus in first place, followed by Prime Video, Warner Brothers, Discovery in third. This is a mix of Discovery Plus, Eurosport, and TNT. And Apple TV Plus came in fourth. Also in the UK, sadly, the BBC are cutting 500 jobs over the next 2 years as part of their cost-cutting measures. Hopefully those affected will land on their feet quickly. Speaking of the BBC, there was a new Doctor Who spin-off announced at Comic-Con called The War Between the Land and the Sea. It is created by Russell T Davies, who is the current showrunner of the main Doctor Who show. As for casting, Russell Tovey and Gugu Bathan-Raw lead the cast, and Gemma Redgrave and Alexander Derviant come back to reprise their roles from the original show. Looks like it'll be a show that focuses on a crisis that happens and the Doctor is not around to fix it. There's not much going on at Paramount Plus this week, with the only noticeable thing being a new trailer for Star Trek Sector 31. This is the film led by Michelle Yeoh, and along with the trailer premiering at Comic-Con, it was announced that it'll be coming out in early 2025. Now let's take a look at Prime Video, where they are expanding their filming footprint in the UK by buying Bray Film Studios. Prime Video recently used the studios for filming of the upcoming second season of The Rings of Power, and have lined up the second season of Citadel to do some filming there as well, which will start in September. Prime Video announced a big UI overhaul that will start rolling out over the next few weeks. A big part of the update is making it easier to see what is included in Prime Video and what is part of an add-on subscription. There is also an updated navigation bar at the top that adds a new section just for subscriptions. This will show Prime, but also icons for other add-on subscriptions if you have them, making it easier to navigate just to that service if you want. Personally, I like the new look. In exclusive from Deadline, they are reporting that I Am Celine Dion has become Prime Video's most popular documentary ever, though exact numbers of minutes watched was not given. They also had a few announcements at Comic-Con. They released a new trailer for the upcoming second season of The Rings of Power, which will premiere on August 29th. The animated superhero series Invincible has been renewed for a fourth season. The third season is currently in production. The Boys is getting a new spin-off series, this one being a prequel called Vought Rising. It will focus on Soldier Boy and Stormfront, set in 1950s New York. Both Jensen Ackles and Aya Cash are coming back to reprise their roles. And speaking of The Boys, Prime Video announced that the fourth season has so far gotten 55 million viewers globally. This comes as the season finale was just released. Prime Video also canceled the show, with them not moving forward with a third season of American Rust. The second season premiered back in March. Not much happened with Netflix this week. A Red Band trailer was released for the upcoming director's cut of Rebel Moon, which comes out August 2nd. Deadline broke the news on a casting update for the upcoming Peaky Blinders film, with Rebecca Ferguson signing on in an unknown role. We got the Netflix Top 10 for the week of July 15th to the 21st. For English films, debuting in first place was Find Me Falling with 14.4 million views. Second place was Trolls Band Together with 10.3 million views. And in third place was Land of Bad with 8.7 million views. For English TV shows, the sixth season of Cobra Kai opened in first place with 14.8 million views. Second place was the third season of Vikings Valhalla. And in third place was Simone Biles Rising with 4.7 million views. We got the Nielsen Top 10 for the week of June 24th to the 30th. And for the overall Top 10, Your Honor came in first place with 1.58 billion minutes. Dexter came in second place with 1.48 billion minutes. The Bear came in third with 1.2 billion minutes. And The Boys came in fourth with 1.1 billion minutes watched. Should be noted that Dexter shot up as it is now available on Netflix, and for The Bear, the third season just dropped. At Netflix, we got a release date for The Boy and the Heron. It'll be available to stream on the service in the US starting September 6th. We got new trailers for both Industry and The Penguin. Both are looking great, and I can't wait to watch them. The third season of Industry premieres on August 11th, while The Penguin premieres on September 19th. And in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, we got confirmation from Matt Reeves that the other spin-off shows from the Batman that were in development are indeed not moving forward. These include two shows, one focused on Gotham PD, and the other focusing on Arkham. So as of now, the only show that is part of the Batman franchise is The Penguin. And we finally wrap up with the NBA rights, where it was made official, starting with the 2025 season. So next October, next as in 2025 October, the NBA right holders will be Disney, Comcast, and Amazon. For Comcast, games will be shown on NBC and Peacock, and for Amazon, they will be shown on Prime Video. This has been rumored for a while, so to see it confirmed is not shocking. However, it looks like Warner Brothers Discovery is not taking it well. So Warner Brothers Discovery came out and said that they wanted to match the offer from Amazon for the smallest package, which cost around $1.8 billion annually. However, the NBA said no. Variety reports that the league has not been too happy with the company due to its cost-cutting and, well, a comment from CEO David Zaslav saying back in 2022 that doesn't, quote, have to have the NBA, end quote. With the league saying no, Warner Brothers Discovery has now filed a lawsuit against the league in New York. They are trying to make the case that the NBA did not follow the contract when rejecting their offer. Basically, they want the court to say if their offer matched Amazon's, and if so, that the league has to take it. So overall, they are suing the NBA to try and force to still be partners with them, which is crazy. The NBA's case seems to be the package for Amazon is more streaming focused, and with that being the case, Prime Video has a lot more reach than Max, and the combo on TNT and Max is not enough. Also, outside looking, it does seem to be the Prime Video package seems to have been carved up from the original packages, so they could make the case, look, Warner Brothers Discovery, you had the right to challenge or match and take one of the other packages that originally existed. Because this was a new package we made just for streaming, the contract doesn't apply to it, so you can make a bid for it if you want, but just because you match that one does not mean we have to take it. I could see them that being maybe possibly how they defend themselves in court. But that's not all from Warner Brothers Discovery. They have taken it a step further by working with Endelman, a public relations company, to come up with a campaign against the league. They want to sign up players and executives to come out and say that they are against the deal, with the case that it would ruin the fan experience and make it harder for customers to watch. Well, that is a silly argument, as if anything, it would be made easier to watch on Prime Video, but we will see if this goes anywhere. Yeah, this turned into a mess real quick, and honestly, I don't think Warner Brothers Discovery is going to win. Like, the NBA might give them some money, they might make a deal to keep this out of court, but I don't think that deal includes, all right, guys, you'll get the Amazon package. Like, they want Amazon as a partner. They're going to keep it. The NBA is going to do whatever it can to keep the partners they picked. And as if for this episode of Box Office Receipts, if you want to follow me on Blue Sky, Threads, or Instagram, links to those are in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.